If you are not familiar with the Playdate, this little piece of cheese um, is a handheld video game console that was made by Panic. I mean, it still is made by Panic. It was originally released in 2022. And honestly, I mean, it was already developing at that time for me. Actually, let's get a little closer. It was already developing for me at that time, but this also kind of really kicked my love of yellow into a high gear. If you know me at all online, you know that a well executed yellow is a great love of mine. I've surrounded myself with many yellow things. Um, didn't this thing flop massively? No, as it turns out, because they made a season two. Um, they definitely had some supply chain issues and manufacturing issues with different factories and stuff. They also had, there's a whole Playdate podcast episode about it, which I highly recommend. They had an entire shipment of Playdates stolen. And then also recovered. It's a really fun story. It's a good time. Their podcast is great. The normal Panic podcast is also excellent. Shout out to Krista Mergen, who runs all those episodes and edits and stuff. Got to meet her and a bunch of the Panic crew at XOXO in Portland last year. It was very nice. They also were selling some Playdate merch a little bit ahead of time that was really fun, such as this case, which is very fun to make your Playdate look like a little pizza. Hot, delicious square. You order them, we crank them out. I don't have this on there right now just because it makes it a little bit harder to hold for our purposes today. And then I'm piping everything currently through Playdate Mirror, which is fantastic. Lets you get a feed of the thing. It even will track the crank controls, which is very fun. Yeah, it is a great case. I wish I had a reason to own more than one case because I have like the standard purple one and I have the pizza one now. And I love the teal one, but now they have also the yellow one that matches this. Uh, anyway, they know how to get me. Panic knows how to get me. Another thing, well, I'm just thinking another thing that you may be considering logo as a flop is they did talk about their difficulties with an accessory for this that they pitched extensively when they first launched it, which was a magnetic dock that this attaches to and would be a Bluetooth speaker and a pen holder and all this other cool stuff. And they've run into a number of manufacturing and hardware issues with that, which I know has been reported on as a problem by some people. I mean, it's cool. I don't care. This thing is great. It works. It's not some stupid AI device that is terrible. So I'm a big fan. And I like independent companies going out and taking a big swing, trying something fun like this. Yeah. Well, thank you for the compliment on the stream. I've tinkered with it enough that I would hope that things are working out. And the last piece of the puzzle was I got some lights put in to help the ambiance situation. I'm actually going to move my keyboard out of the way a little bit. Just a bit out of frame. All right, so yeah, I mean that's totally fair. That it is a very niche thing. I will freely admit that. It's not cheap because they're not making these by the thousands as some big they're not a big company. They're taking measured risks with this kind of stuff. So it's really cool. I'm really glad they got to come back for season one or for season two. And there's no shortage of games for it either. If you're curious, there's lots of fun independent stuff that you can sideload from itch and from other places. So, um, yeah, hopefully they'll get back to the speaker and stuff, but we'll see. So, let's dig in. Season 2 just launched yesterday. It is going to be, I should have looked this up beforehand. Maybe it's 24 games again. It's like 2 games a week for a number of weeks. there's also a mysterious third thing that appeared that they've been teasing for a bit. It's shown up on the Panic website and other places called Blippo. And apparently, that's perhaps what this mysterious third package is that appeared. So we'll see. Let's dig. Bones. It's a bone joke. Let's dig in first on this first one. And I specifically went back to card view from list view, because you can also view all your games like this. But unless they change this with the very recent OS update, you don't get the really fun unwrapping animation in this view, so I reformatted my home screen back to cards specifically for this. Come on. Go back. There we go. So let's dig into this first one. Oh, Blippo's insane. I figured you'd already dug into this. And I did see some people already do some stuff. I didn't have everything ready to go yesterday, so I didn't want to stream anything yet. But let me see if I can angle this bottom view so that the light will actually reflect off of this, even though that's not as important. But let's dig into this first one, see what we got. Ta-da! Dig Dino. Very cool. Let's open it up and see what we got. You'll have to let me know as well if the intrepid crew of archaeologists. Takea, Robin, Hogan. You don't hear me anymore? Really? Game audio's super loud. Excellent to know. Turn that down. Am I still audible? All right, we'll just turn the Playdate down and see what we get. All right, continue. Your first day. Good to know. Thank you for that, Ego. Move cursor, use tool. Using a tool costs energy. Okay. You made it. Let's dig up some bones. I can move all around. I'm going to keep my hands down here further. There we go. Yeah, I'm still getting used to volume levels because I'm not used to just looking at like levels on a meter as opposed to hearing them. So let me know how that Playdate background music sounds if it's still too much. So we just try digging somewhere. Can I dig into a rock? Nope. Should have known that. Probably need a power up or something. Coin. Another rock. Coin. Okay, so that's the amount of energy I have. Can I get the trash out of here? Okay. Another sock. Can I dig more? Oh, there's multiple levels. Okay, that is interesting. A bone! So how do we fully uncover? Can't get rid of the rock. Aw, poop. That must be from one of these animals. So can I dig on this side of it? Maybe it's big. Ooh. Your dig will end when you run out of energy. So how do we... How far down can we go? Okay, and it takes more shovels. The game audio is too quiet. This is why we run tests. It's also just kind of a little bit backgroundy right now. Here, I'll do a couple more shovels for you and see how it sounds. How's that? Without me talking over it. We're learning. It's good to learn. 2 more energy left. So I can't dig up the rock. So we'll learn, let's see. New artifact, let's go learn about it. So the trash is worth something. Good to know. Coins. Back to camp. Ah, here we go. The drill breaks rocks. Absolutely, more power to the shovel, more energy. So that costs 15, 20, and 10. Very interesting. Well, the rocks were a significant problem because we can't deal with them at all. It's not just a more shovel type situation. So let's buy that. Use the drill, press B to switch tools and smash those pesky rocks. Deeper rocks, harder to break. Makes sense. Okay, it looks like it has levels on it as well that we can level up over time. So let's also, now we can't afford that. Radar, diamonds, a dog, $1,000. This must be a purebred. Oh, it's a cute puppy though. So here's a question. The main characters of this game are animals, but they also keep an animal as a pet? Is there some darker thing going on here? All right, let's go back. Let's go look at the artifact, the sword that we dug up. The handle on this weapon shows it was used by giant reptilian hands. Dinos with weapons, what were they fighting? Interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself while I cough real quick. There we go. Interesting. Not a ton of artifacts either. All right, what's in the Dino lab? We need fossils. All right, so we should do a ton of digging one up. Let's go to another dig site. Can we go back to the one we already did? Ah, it's different. Let's dig up some bones. Okay, so there's B to switch. So maybe let's go ahead. I wonder if the drill uses which one energy is 2. It does. All right, let's clear out some of these small rocks. Another rock. Ooh, there's a bone. Oh, it's just trash though. Just a fish. Coins. So how much you want to bet there's something hiding under this deeper rock? But that's going to take more energy, right? Oh, it even has a little health bar. Oof, man, that used a lot. One trash, 5 coins. Well, we do have $20 now. That could get us something, right? I think there were some of those that were a little bit pricier. So we could upgrade the shovel. We could get more energy, upgrade the shovel, or upgrade the drill. Any opinions? I'm gonna take a drink. If you have an opinion, let me know. Another beautiful yellow thing. Yeti makes really good yellow stuff. My goodness. No opinions. Or maybe nobody's here watching anymore. I don't know. No, there's a few of you. Good to know. Thanks for sticking around. I think I want to... What do I want to do? I think we'll power up the shovel. All right. Thanks, Jory. By the way, that Sensible World, that is Jory, also from Fawn Awesome, an excellent icon creator, our fearless captain. Budding puppeteer, among many other fine qualities. Thanks for popping in here on work time when I should also be working. But it's a test for work. Let's dig. So it looks like I need to collect 15 bones in order to get to the next dig site. Well, that's good that I'm not like long lunches. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's true. And this is all practice for the big Fawn Awesome keyboard build. So let's see. Keep going back to the same area, but the landscape keeps changing. So our shovel is now more powerful. Hey, Alex. Welcome. I'm digging for bones. Are you typing on your Seneca right now, Alex? It looked really nice. Was it hand-built by Teha himself? Isn't he building them all? Or doing some sort of assembly for all of them. I thought like they're all being hand-assembled to some degree. Which is pretty cool. Must be incredibly time-consuming. Because they also... Are these the boards that have the new... Norbauer's new stabilizers in them? For anyone who doesn't understand, we're talking about keyboard stuff. Which we will all touch on next week when we build one. I'm guessing, though, that will be on the Fawn Awesome Twitch, not on this one, just so you're aware. But we'll see. Let's dig up some dirt, now with our more powerful shovel. So this is more rock. A bone! All right, let's get rid of this rock. Ooh, what a beauty. What a nice femur. I'm not sure what that accent was. It seemed appropriate at the time. I was trying to be Sam from Lord of the Rings, I think, a little bit. But he has no interest in bones. So I wouldn't pick up the poo, but apparently we get money for trash. So I'm taking it. Sorry. When I'm peeking over here, I'm looking at my phone. I've got the Twitch Stream Manager pulled up. Because while I do have a big screen, I have too many other things pulled up on it already. Let's see what else we can find. So we've only got 12 energy left, so maybe we can try to get some, yeah, some easy wins on the surface here. Let's see what else. What do we got over here? Coin. Very good. Rock. Oh, some more trash. And let's just go to the corner. Ah, nothing. New dino and a new artifact. Look at me. Let's see what we get. So the Dino Lab. Dr. Bunny. I don't remember what your actual name was from that newspaper at the beginning. A Mega Branodon. Or Megabranodon. No. Oh, do we have to put the bone where it goes? Do we get to reassemble? Or it does it itself, I guess. That's the bone we just found. Nice double helix. Okay. Cool, cool. So these four in each dig site, it looks like. Good to know. Let's look at this shield. Underground survivors of the asteroid impact built these tools and inscribed their history on it, proud to go live underground. Man, Dino Civilization was pretty cool. I want a game about them. Alright, back to the dig site. Although I probably should have spent some money. I don't know how much we got, though. Take care of the small rocks. 2 coins. I'm rich. Now. Ooh. Ooh. What is this? Is that a foot? Something. Some kind of digit. Bug. I'm fine hanging out on the surface for a bit until we get some more cash. Let's diversify here. Do a little... This must be another rock under there. So Jory, while you're listening to this, what icons are you working on right now? Are you at liberty to say? Is it more stuff for Fawn Awesome 7 coming in June? You can still get a discount till it launches, 20% off. If you need icons, if you're making a Playdate game, you need icons. 27. You don't have to if you don't want to divulge whatever you're doing. When I was doing a test stream with Dave the other day with keyboard stuff, we were talking about some keyboard thing, and I pulled up a browser to talk. I think it was the new Cap Legend system, and I had to hide a bunch of work tabs that were open because we didn't want to let stuff out too soon. Back to camp. Ah. This is the first I'm hearing that there will be more after version 7. It's very exciting. $37 whole dollars. What am I gonna do with this bounty? So we've upgraded the shovel one. I feel like I could use more energy. Fawn Awesome 8, that would make sense. Maybe we're gonna go the Apple route and start naming our versions after the year, which is... I was going to say silly, but I realized in the middle of that I don't actually have an opinion about it. Life is too short to have too many opinions. But, yeah, we could do Fawn Awesome 26. I don't think we want to... Yeah, we don't want to get locked into a yearly release cycle either. Not that Windows did that either when it was doing year stuff, but you know what I mean? 7.1, sure. The nearer future. Let's see. Let's get more energy. Still have $22. Let's upgrade the drone. All right. I think we'll do a little bit more with this game, and then we'll check out the other ones too. Dip in and out a little bit. There's also got some side-loaded ones I could recommend that I have on here too that are pretty fun. Stuff that wasn't... Of course, some of them might be in catalog now. There were a few that I picked up in the earlier days, before they launched catalog, that are now on catalog, and they're easier to get. But I imagine Panic takes a cut, which is not a bad thing, because I love Panic too. But I imagine if you buy the game from itch and sideload it, then the creator is going to get a full cut. But anyway, let's check it out. What is this bone? Crystallosaur. Crystal like the... What am I thinking of? Is there a gas station chain with a crystal with a K? Yeah, that's something. What is that? Looks like a body and a tail and feet. Interesting. All right, let's do a couple more digs, then we'll check out what else Season 2 has to offer for us in Week 1. I'm guessing sound is okay. Nobody's commented on anything in a bit. Just want to make sure that everyone's having a good experience. As I whisper to make it even harder to hear. All right. Break those rocks. We'll start right in the middle. And it's a rock. It's like a checkerboard pattern. I do love the soundtracks in Playdate games. I've bought a few of them. What the? Interesting. What is it? Casual Birder from Season 1 especially. Huge fan. I listen to that on the reg. Which is very nice. That was actually one of my first experiences with Playdate as a concept. Was before it launched, they released web software called Pulp, which actually lets you create entire games just through a web interface. But also part of that is like a little robust music creation, like synthesizer kind of MIDI-esque. I don't know that I'm using the correct words, but I actually wrote some music with that, and that was like my first experience with like delving into Playdate stuff, which was pretty cool. It's on my SoundCloud if you can find it. It's not very good. Just trying to use that music degree that I got to some sort of use, which instead I just abandoned and went all in on graphic design. But I still like to tinker with it occasionally. Or like sometimes you'll hear, oh, who wrote it? Now I'm not going to be able to actually use my degree. The fanfare from La Paris, like sampled in a Bombay Bicycle Club song, and you're like, classical music. It can be useful sometimes. You're useful at trivia sometimes when you have a music history degree. Jory, you do perform. You pretend to work every single day. Oh, you're I kid, of course. Not trying to go hard into music. What kind of music are you trying to get into? I realize I'm just absent-mindedly making a checkerboard pattern, but I found some interesting trash. Let me try the upgraded drill. Ooh, 2 strikes. Not bad. Seven left. Let's clean up the checkerboard a little bit. Probably should save up for that radar. It seems like it would be very useful. New artifact. Oh, I went back to dig. Whoops. How do I end session? Ah, there we go. Started a band a couple years ago, trying to get that summer, learned a lot. Oh, Ableton. Is that like a, for recording and like digital audio workstation type stuff, right? What do you play in the band, or are you like a vocalist? I tried to learn bass not that long ago. Because I sing bass, I have, musical training, I did a lot of choirs and musical theater stuff, and I sing bass. And so I was like, already had an ear kind of, and I played clarinet, which was different, but I sang bass for a lot more than I played clarinet, and so I kind of already had my ear tuned toward that, listening for that part of musical composition and stuff. So I tried to pick up electric bass, and it didn't quite stick. I would love to get back into it at some time, not least of which because my favorite band, Wolfpack, has one of the best current bassists alive, I would say. Joe Dart. I'm actually going to go see them in New York in September. I'm very excited. Which I don't expect to ever be on his level, but I don't know. It makes me want to pick up the instrument again. We can see here a strange crystal guiding dinos, telling them to dig tunnels. Dinos seem to transform the deeper they get. The closer they are to the crystal? Ah, evolving into a bird, I think. It looks more bird-shaped there at the very end in this loopy shape. Yeah, played tuba. I think there's some, you definitely develop like a proclivity for paying attention to certain strata, certain vocal lines, certain instrumental lines, the roles they typically play in chord structure, that kind of thing. And so I think that can help when you're figuring out stuff and also trying to pick up something by ear. All right, since I didn't mean to dig twice, let's dig one more time. Well, that's kind of fun to rotate around, though. Kind of sounds like the D&D group I'm in. We take turns DMing. Except for me, I haven't done that yet. But other people in our group have take turns DMing. Yes, another expensive hobby, guitar pedals. Although I do, I know nothing about guitar pedals really. But there's a YouTube channel I really like, Emily Hopkins, and she's a harpist, but she uses guitar pedals and routes the harp through them, and like is a composer and does all this fun stuff. She's hilarious too. But I love her videos and all the different cool effects she does with harp and guitar pedals. It's really cool. Yeah. There's a couple like synthy, electronic music-y YouTube channels that I never miss their videos. They're some of my favorites. Okay, let's try big rocks this time. And see what we can uncover. This is a very different pattern than I was trying before. Man, I keep getting thrown off by these fish. They are technically bones. Give me a bone credit. I'm glad that picking stuff up does not count towards. Is that another piece of the... It is. Oh no, a meteor. The artifact. Coins are good. I'm not upset about coins. I would love a bone. Although I'm probably gonna need to start going deeper at some point. First, little pill bugs. Get out of here, dude. Maybe. So I can dig straight through to the next layer without having to dig twice now with my upgraded shovel, which is pretty cool. Oh no, there was a bone there. It was right there. I did get some good money though. Let's upgrade and then we'll check out the other games. Diamond count. I haven't even found one diamond, much less making them easier to find. I guess if they start being easier to find, then I will find any diamonds. Can't afford that, but maybe I should save up. I've already got 40. Yeah, we'll save. Let's find out about the artifact, and then we'll... The tablet predicted the extinction event, showing... Oh, a dino's a way to survive. Oh, wait. Who sent this warning? It's gotta be aliens. Right? Who else could it be? Aliens. Alright. Excellent. I like this game a lot. That's very fun. Let's go back home. Dig Dino, A+. I also love the animated little screens they do. All right, let's see what this next one is. Now, I think I read something about this one already. I think it's from the same devs who made Into the Breach, if that's right, which would be amazing. I mean, it doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but I like what they make. Were they the same team that made FTL? I don't know. I played a lot of FTL back in the day when it first came out. Fulcrum Defender. Sounds promising. Let's check it out. Turn up the sound. Aye, aye, Captain. I'll turn it up a little bit and we'll see. How's that sound? Since you already know this game, how's that for a sound level? You let me know. I'm going to check on something on my phone real quick. And take a drink. Still too quiet? All right. Since you know how this is supposed to be. Well, here's the thing. I have the mirror sound is piping in here, but then I also have it on a separate slider in OBS, so I can turn it down, up or down more for you guys. I have it more at a normal level for me at all times, so that sounds perfect. Cool. We'll leave it there for now then. It's already giving me tips? How hard is this going to be? The skill has the check mark next to a skill indicates you beat the game using that skill. Cool. I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe save the tips until you've already played the game Fulcrum Defender. I don't need to start worrying about information before I've even started. Okay. How to play. Woo! Let's see. Shoot the shapes before they reach the center of the screen. If they reach the center circle, your shields will take damage. Goal, survive for 10 minutes. Press up to fire, or hold down to rapid fire. You will get weapons later that activate with right and left. Excuse me. These are your shields. They will recharge if you avoid damage for 30 seconds. These dots also display your current ammo count. Oh no. That's a lot of management already. This is your ammo bar. Ammo recharge. So there's 2 different ammo counts, but they show the same information. It seems like run out of ammo, your gun will overheat. Defeat enemies to increase your score. Next shows how many points you need to level up. The circle grows as you get points. You level up once it fills the game area. Makes sense. Score multiplier, keep defeating enemies to increase your molt. If you wait too long or get damaged, it will decrease. Keep a high multiplier. Keeping it is the best way to level quickly. Pretty straightforward. Makes sense. So the weapon guide. Rockets, shotgun, guided, flail, barrage, autogun, mines. Oh, goodness gracious. Aim with the crank. Oh, I'm great at that. That's sarcasm. Hold the attack button down to see the rocket's destination. Release to fire. Okay, so it has kind of a splash damage type thing. An area of effect. The longer you hold, the larger and further the boom. Okay. So better on better on slow-moving enemies, I suspect. Good to know. Crank. Press the attack button to fire a volley of traps. Traps will stop. Traps will damage. Okay, so you can kind of put them in field out. Perfect for hitting fast-moving targets. They disappear after a little while. So that'll be different from. I thought there were, yeah, mines, I'm guessing, is a slightly different situation, since maybe they don't disappear. Aim with the crank. Are all of these aim with the crank so far? Yes. Press the attack. Guided projectile. Turn the crank to change the direction it moves. Ooh. So it isn't auto-guided. You have to guide it after you fire. Smash into enemies. After 6 hits, it will disappear. Don't hit the wall. Create a flail. Spin the crank to swing it around. Disappear. The faster you spin, the further it will reach. Good to know. Hold and release. The crank aiming works surprisingly well in this last touch. Oh, that's great. That's good to know. That is very good. I can flail around with the crank quite a bit in other games where I'm pretty bad at it. Longer, each time it goes boom. Wipe out a whole wave at once. Circle of boom. You know, I really like this typeface that they're using on here. And I like that it has the, like, slightly italicized caps. I guess some of the other letters are slightly italicized too, or have some, like the H and the K kind of have a lean to them. I like it a lot. Hold and release the attack button to place an auto gun. Ah, okay. Pick a direction, let it fire. Suppress a wide area, or you can narrow it. Man, this is going to require a lot of strategy. I'm excited though. I like the potential depth of it. Press the attack button. Launch 4 mines. They slowly float away. Explode on contact. Spin the crank to rotate them. I'll be interested to see how some of these things interact. Like if you can switch weapons, but if you have like mines active and then you crank after you fire, only 2 at once. Excellent. I guess I could just play and figure this out for myself, but my brain likes to start thinking about game design decisions ahead of time, just so I know what to expect. Aim with the crank. Launch a little ship. Move direction, so just like the guided missile. Continually shoot forward. Don't hit the wall. Aim with the crank. Oh, we're back to rocket. Okay. And some of the different threats. Bip, boop, bonk. Bip maker. Switch. Okay, so there's some that will generate smaller ones. Kick, stomp, squash with. These are fantastic names. Claustrophobe. Pincer, splotch, zoom. Closing curtain. The supporting cast. That's very funny. All right. Let's do it. And just a moment of appreciation for these excellent folks for making these games. Love it. Skill list, I'm not going to worry about that. I've already done a bunch of reading. Let's play. Let's start on normal and see what the intended experience is like. Oh yeah, I am liking this music, Paul. Yeah, rain. Claustrophobe is cool because it shrinks the playable area. Oh, really? Oh no. That takes multiple hits. Got it. They gotta remember I don't have to conserve my ammo too much, I don't think. Leveled up. Sweet. Gun upgrade. Every time you fire, also shoot one shot backwards. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it also uses an ammo, or if it's free. Vent. Fire many shots when you overheat. Also reload faster. I can see that definitely becoming more useful when there's more enemies and I'm plowing through ammo more quickly. Interesting. Hey Paul, do you know if the soundtrack's available to buy anywhere? Because I would listen to this, like, building keyboards and stuff. This is nice. Maybe it gets more harried later, but... I think I might want to try... Oh, nice. I'm sure it's, I mean, it may be on, like, streaming and stuff too, but I've been trying to... I use Apple Music a lot for streaming, but I've also been using Doppler is kind of an old iTunes replacement for like local media, which is really cool. I like it a lot. But I've been trying to buy a lot more stuff from like Bandcamp and wherever and just loading it in there. So, Bandcamp, speak of the devil. Let me just pop open this link so I have it for later. Excellent. All right, I'll buy that later. Maybe we'll listen to some Fulcrum Defender on Tuesday when we build a keyboard. Let's do back. Oh, all right. I gotta get my head in the game. I'm glad they kind of bounce back a little bit. Oh, these little buggers. Yeah, suck it. Oh no, I overheated. Damn it! Ah! My shields. My precious shields. Oh no. That's a big boy. Oh, I died. That escalated fast. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I guess that upgrades probably wouldn't roll over, would they? Yeah, rip. I mean, for someone who's terrible at crank stuff, it's not terrible a minute and a half. Does this have like global leaderboards? I'd be interested. Oh, these are just wasting difficulty. So which ones I've unlocked? Okay, so maybe I should have gone with the other upgrade. because then I would be a little easier with the overheating thing. All right, let's try one more, and then let's see what the third mystery is. And then I should get back to work after that. Let's try normal again, now that I know what I'm doing to some degree. Oh yeah, I gotta remember the rapid fire. Hold down to rapid fire is a thing. Max multi. I do like being able to take one out in a go when I know I have the ammo for it. Ooh, different ones. Clip. Max ammo increased. Reloads faster. Fire distance. So I did try invert last time. Oh wait, no, it's from starting from the wall behind you. Huh. Interesting. So it's not out from the center. It's like two going in the same direction, but one comes from the wall. Let's try clip and see what we get. I keep trying to use the D-pad to turn. I do like the faster reload for sure. I'm trying to lead some of these targets here. Yeah, boy. Overheat. Get out of here. Yes. All right. Barrage. Oh, new weapons. Okay. You gotta remember, hold down, fire a ring of small rockets. Hold down button to fire a rocket at the target. Decisions. Perhaps let's try. Excuse me. I ate lunch right before this. That was a bad choice. Let's do barrage. Okay, so left. It is recharging. Okay. Ah! Big boy. Milk was a bad choice. Yes, exactly. Oh, what is this thing? Get out of here. Oh, hey, no, you didn't get my shield. Overheat. Let's try this. Okay, so that's how that works. Got it. This is really fun. I know you can tell because I'm not talking anymore. I'm just staring at the screen. And there aren't as many pauses as in like a Dig Dino, where you can kind of discuss what's happening in between digging choices, you know? That's going much better this time. Vent and invert. So I'm going to invert again. Fire many shots when you overheat and reload faster. Let's try invert because it's slightly different because it shoots. Whoa. That'll take some getting used to. We will just get some shots going out there. Get out of here. Oh no, I didn't actually hit the big guys. Oh no! Be gone with you, giant square. This is definitely more my speed too, because whoa, this guy's so fast. Like I watch a fair amount of gamers on YouTube doing stuff, and like I really enjoy like Sean Jacksepticeye, and I am never gonna match that kind of energy. I don't know that I would want to, but like somebody who's like really into it and doing like funny commentary the whole time. Reverb. Explosions release a volley of tiny rockets inwards. Or make barrage explosions much larger. Bagel. Sure, let's do bagel. I love a bagel. I would love a bagel right now. I also didn't drink coffee this morning yet, so I may be a little off my game. Because I woke up. I usually use a little, oh no, get out of here. Is it that guy? Oh yeah. Aha! What was I saying? Oh, yeah, no coffee. I know. And latte, you know, appropriate name. I appreciate the concern and the empathy. Because I usually use a little infusion method kind of brewer thing from Manual in Chicago, which is unfortunately having to restructure their business because of tariff shenanigans, which is terrible because they're one of my favorites, but they do a lot of fun glassware. And what was I going to say? Anyway, I realized that I hadn't ground more coffee yesterday, and so I didn't have enough to actually make my usual amount, so I maybe get some more work done and then make an espresso or something. I know, right? Bagel's so good. I could go for an everything right now. I often go for an everything or one that has some kind of fruit in it, because I do enjoy like some kind of, like I had a really good bagel not that long ago that had like cherries in the dough. Oh, so good. It's from a local place here in Grand Rapids called Terra Bagels. Why? So this is back to the gun. Fire 2 shots in a spread instead of 2. So that would be a little less effective, more effective at close range, I suspect, because they're kind of spread when damage fire shots in all directions. I do like that. Ooh, let's try this. I also realize I'm doing better with the. Oh, these guys are weird. I'm doing better with the crank, kind of holding it like a fork instead of, as you can probably tell in the video down there, rather than holding it by the yellow handle. I feel like I'm having a little bit better control, even though I'm having to re-grip it differently. But what's your go-to bagel stuff for Paul? I can also not call you by your name if you prefer not to. That's why usernames exist, right? Whoa! What was that? Would that have hurt me? Could it have been closer? I don't know. I know you're being facetious, but I want to be careful about that kind of thing. Kestrel, flail. Oh yeah, flail, swing the ball, launch a fighter. I want to try that. So this is on the right. So now we have 3 weapons. You may have been doxxed, but you also didn't answer my question about what your favorite bagel is. So I'm going to keep revealing personal information about you until you do. Okay. Everything cream cheese locked. Oh, that's so good. good. I also enjoy capers. Some capers on there. Whew, not too salty for me. All right, so this is on the right now. So I'll need to bear that in mind. Be gone. Oh. Can I still fire my gun while I do this? Oh my goodness. Oh man, I thought it would only blow up if it hit the side. That wasn't a side game, that was an enemy. This is very well designed, I have to say. Like the UI is very clear. I love that I can get some, like that recharge information so quickly at a glance. Oh no. Well, there's one shield down. Oh, the little guy, like the little piloted ship? Oh, that one divides. Yeah. Alright, I'm so close to a level up. Come on, baby. Be gone. Get out of here. Get out of here. Well, this run is going considerably better. Invert and vent. Fire an extra shot from the wall. In front as well. Yeah, let's level it up. Baby! Oh, 10 minutes is like the U1. Ah, I'm distracted. I shouldn't be reading chat. I guess I could pause. Haha. Ah. 10 minutes is the U1 threshold, but I'm not sure it means anything. Just like a natural end to the game session. Ah. 8 minutes. I need to introduce my kiddo to the Playdate at some point. I think she would really get a kick out of it. We've begun, she's 5 and she'll be 6 in a few months. But we've been starting her out on a light video game regimen. Mainly starting with Untitled Goose Game. Another Panic hit. I mean, they published it. House are the ones that developed it. But, yeah, I think she would really like some of these. Start her out slow, nothing too hard. We've also been dipping into Super Mario Wonder a little bit, which is a little bit challenging in some ways, we're discovering, but she's still having a lot of fun, especially because you can play as one of the different colored Yoshi, the Yoshis, and you can't get hurt. I mean, you can still like die if you fall off something, but you can get revived, which is pretty nice. The Kestrel will explode when destroyed. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the barrage. Katamari. That's a great question. I've also thought about playing, I can't remember oh my goodness, what is that? The creator of Katamari just released a new game with Annapurna, I think, called To a T, that looks friggin' delightful. And I've thought about actually playing that while she's around too, because it seems like she would really like that. Although, She is learning to read already, but it's going to be a bit too much reading. But I could also use that opportunity to do a lot of funny voices, which I'm always a proponent of. Let's see. I keep seeing my own shots coming from the wall and thinking it's something else. Thinking it's a bad guy. Well, that's really cute. It's structured like TV. Yeah, that'd be some nice natural stopping points too, because a lot of times we'll like play a little bit and then go to bed. It's like a little bedtime treat. So something with natural stopping points in it is really great. That's one thing I also like about Super Mario is like we can do a little stage and then it can be like, ah, it's bedtime. Gun mod. Oh, yes, reflecting shots, 100%. Well, it's interesting that I did so poorly on my last one and then have done much better. Maybe it's just acclimation to the game systems. Looks like we might be chugging a little bit with these particles going around, I can tell. We're also mirroring though, so that is taxing some stuff as well that wouldn't normally be happening on the system. You win! Look at that. What a magnificent first Playdate stream where I win a game. But now I get to choose other things. Well, let's stop it there anyway. Whoops. Excellent. That is really fun. New high score. Actually, let me turn the music back up to 100%. There we go, for next time. If there is a next time. All right. Last thing of the stream. Let us examine this mysterious third item. Strange kind of static pattern happening here. We'll see what this is. Let's open it up. Blippo Plus. That's how you know it's good. I mean, just take Fun Awesome 7 Plus, for example. Coming in June, 20% off. Let's take a peek. Just subspace signal. Hold on. Hold on. Wait signal. I'm trying to find something on my phone. I'm just trying to see what's going on. Okay. So, oh, is this using the accelerometer? I think I've only seen one other game use the accelerometer at this point. Okay, so crank. So it's accelerometer for the x-axis. And, or I mean, accelerometer for the x and crank for the y. Oh. Okay, I heard music.
Dr.
Are we
Boy
trying to
on
line it
State
up?
of the State with all the latest science news.
What? Femme to facts. Never bland and
All right,
non-demand.
these
Total
kids sure
calm.
are. Tune in to Boredom with Birdie Telstar to hear what the Sproing generation has to say.
Huh? Blippo Plus. We are what's on. Is this a whole TV network on here?
And for the adults looking to shake things up, the Zest channel scrambles up the spice.
So we can like scroll through? Dude, can we choose something?
To enjoy a life of anonymity.
You'd be surprised. The more dedicated fans know my face
Let me
very
turn this
well.
up.
I'm on the convention scene.
You worked with the great Veda Flambe in your early career, and now she's dead.
She was a real talent. I grew up watching those Swamp Doctor movies. Her scream was blood-curdling.
You ever think about what your legacy will be?
Well, Worf's Bong Island iced tea is actually...
Is ecstasy.
You must have been fun at parties.
Oh, very much so. How you think I died?
You're watching MSTV in Subspace. Welcome to Channel 13's Movie Maniacs.
This is wild.
Here come
Love it.
the Fighting Trillions.
This is so weird.
You've seen fighting millions, fighting billions, but you ain't never seen fighting trillions.
Mickey Magnet stars as the leader of the
You're
Fighting
talking about not
Trillions,
using your
an
performing
infamous
arts degree,
network of
Joey.
shapely operatives.
I think you could get a show on Blippo Plus. This is great. It's really cool how they're doing the video too with this like bitmap dithering effect, compression stuff. Like, yeah, let's change the channel. Realms Beyond. Oh, we're doing something. We're loading something. Maybe we've hit a snag.
Welcome to Femtofacts.
Alright, that's a bop. Alright, what do we do? Meditation. What the what? Recluses? Subspace. Can I select one of these? What is this? I am one of the many, but I am one of the good ones. Or are these like affirmations? Okay. I will pay attention when life puts on a show for me. Say these at home while you're watching. I can be part of all the things I love. I am not afraid of productive change. Well, depends on the change. I deserve to be cool. Hell yeah. I will embrace the continued mystery of my own existence. Alright, that's a bit much. Calm down. Meditation. Oh, it's recipes is what that word. Recipes for recluses. Is it dark inside? Take a deep breath. Together we'll work, letting in some light. First, find your nearest window. It may be behind you. Huh? Face the window with the blinds still closed. Bring your nose to the blinds. Visualize the other side of the window. Is it a blue sky? Are both suns shining? This must be Tatooine. Is there a skypecker feeder buzzing with life? A cluster of lovely moonflowers? Savor this vision. You don't need to open the blinds today, but doesn't it seem less daunting than yesterday? I believe in you. Love, Dr. Minette. This is wild. This is way deeper than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be some little jokey videos.
It's another marvelous moment in subspace, and you're tuned in to Planet Blip's media mothership, Blippo Plus.
Planet Blip. Zigzags, confetti. Oh, now everything
Bouncing
changed.
yourself silly, get a grip on the springiest gossip with the Rubber Report with host Naomi Lifto.
And if you
Party music, let's do it.
Here's your remote. Here's just zapping.
That's a good look. Is this some kind of like shirtless bolo situation? I think I could pull that off. I would love to see the actual original footage for a lot of this stuff. That must be really interesting too. And like what considerations were made to make stuff So like in normal full color studio setup, so that it would translate well into black and white, you know? The black and white dither stuff. That's really interesting. I'm sure they'll do, Krista will do a podcast episode on it at some point, but... And now I can listen to the first 2 episodes about the new games today, which is pretty cool.
Welcome back to Tales from the Tube with me, your host, shaped from the particle static of the experimental labs on TV Mountain. It's Blinker!
Huh?
Blinkety blink 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 Blinker is made of pure
Uh-oh.
being. Every particle inside of Blinker
We're
is
having some
alive.
Blippo trouble. Had a momentary issue. Wait, messages? Welcome to Blippo, the ultimate destination for TV on your PD. We are thrilled to have you join our community of entertainment enthusiasts. You now have access to the best and over-the-top television, from breaking news on BPS to cutting-edge la 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 sitcoms, chat shows, soaps, state-of-the-art equipment. Yeah, I do like going into PD. TV under PD. Also, by the way, I know they also just released some new like shirts and hats on Cotton Bureau for the new games. I don't know if they have a Blippo one, but I know they did like a Dino Dig and some other stuff. Which is also a perfect segue to say, speaking of Cotton Bureau, limited time left to get Fauna Awesome 7 merch on Cotton Bureau. So maybe if you're going there to pick up a Playdate shirt, pick up a Fauna Awesome shirt while you're at it, or a desk mat, or a tote bag. They're pretty cool. Thank you for choosing Blippo. Stay tuned. Lisa Duo. Wonder if that's a joke of some kind. Panic in their jokes.
Bouncing yourself silly? Get a grip on the
All right.
springiest gossip with the Rubber Report.
I think we might have to call it there. It's been excellent. I will dig in. Oh, I love that closing animation. That's so good. I will dig in more on these games, as well as Blippo. Well, the camera does not know what to do with the screen right now. Thanks for tuning in. I may do this again next Friday, just to see what new games we have in store for Season 2 next week. And I guess I can go back over here. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all later.